Jefferson-Wooden and Sha'Carri Richardson just gave fans one of the closest finishes of the year. They share a coach, they share a track. They almost shared the exact same time. Richardson has already used that same speed to beat legends before. The gun cracked, and neither one gave an inch. Watch how small the gap really was. Jefferson-Wooden walked to the line as the most decorated sprinter in the field. She is the reigning world champion in the 100 meters, the 200 meters, and the 4x100 meter relay, a sweep she completed at the 2025 World Championships in Tokyo. Her 100-meter time in Tokyo, 10.61 seconds, made her the fourth fastest woman in history at the distance. She also holds an Olympic bronze medal in the 100 meters from Paris 2024. Standing in the next lane was Sha'Carri Richardson, the 2023 world champion and the 2024 Olympic silver medalist in the same event. Richardson is across the sport for one specific weapon, a closing kick that has erased late race deficits for years and decided championship finals on the biggest stages in track and field. These two women do not just compete against each other. They train together in the same group, under the same coaching setup, running the same workouts week after week. That made the race about to unfold even sharper. Every rep in practice, every session on that same track had built toward this exact moment in front of a stadium full of people who came specifically to watch it happen, to understand what was on the line. You have to understand what Jefferson-Wooden had already done. At the 2025 World Championships, she became only the second woman in history, after Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, to complete the sprint treble at a single Worlds, winning the 100 meters, the 200 meters, and the relay. Her 100-meter final in Tokyo came in a championship record of 10.61 seconds. 5 days later, she added the 200-meter title in 21.68 seconds, a winning margin so large it was topped only once before, by Allyson Felix back in 2007. After that Tokyo final, she said her next target was the outdoor world record itself, 10.49 seconds, a mark that has stood since 1988. She arrived in Eugene carrying that resume and that ambition. But a resume does not win a photo finish. Form does. Richardson's own case for the win was just as strong. Her breakthrough came at the 2023 World Championships, where she won the 100 meters in a championship record of 10.65 seconds on the same National Athletics Center track in Budapest that will host September's Ultimate Championship. She followed that with Olympic silver in Paris the following summer. Heading into the Prefontaine Classic, she was in the best form of her season. 2 weeks earlier, she had run 10.77 seconds, the fastest time by any American woman in all of 2026. That time made her the form favorite walking into Hayward Field, and it put every rival, including her own training partner, on notice. Jefferson-Wooden carried her own signals of good form into the race. She opened her 2026 season by finishing second in the 200 meters in Rome, then won the 100 meters in Stockholm in 10.84 seconds, her fastest season opener at that distance. Neither sprinter had beaten the other in the 100 meters yet this season. That question was about to get answered in front of a sold-out crowd. The Prefontaine Classic took place at Hayward Field on the campus of the University of Oregon, the 9th stop of the 2026 Diamond League season. The women's 100-meter field on July 4th was one of the deepest of the entire year. 9 sprinters lined up, including 3 Jamaican stars in Shericka Jackson, Tina Clayton, and Jonielle Smith, Nigeria's Favour Ofili, and Britain's Dina Asher-Smith. Jackson alone came in as a 2-time world 200-meter champion, more than capable of crashing the party in the 100 as well. Any one of these women could have broken up a 2-sprinter race on paper. In practice, none of them came close. When the gun fired, Jefferson-Wooden exploded out of the blocks first. She got the better start of the 2 training partners, gaining ground through the opening 30 meters while Richardson worked to find her rhythm out of the blocks. By the halfway mark, Richardson had closed that early gap. The race evened out through the middle portion of the track, both women running stride for stride as they came off the drive phase and into top speed. This next stretch of track is where Richardson usually wins races. Her finish, her drive through the final 20 meters, has decided nearly every close race of her career, the exact gear that carried her past the field in Paris and in previous finals around the world. But on this day, that gear never fully arrived. Richardson could not find the trademark kick that usually separates her from the field in the closing meters of a race. Jefferson-Wooden held her form instead of fading. She drove through the line with what looked like an even spread against Richardson, both women arriving at the tape at almost the exact same instant, forcing the finish into the hands of the timing system rather than the naked eye. A final lean at the tape decided it. The photo finish confirmed Jefferson-Wooden crossed first in 10.78 seconds, with a wind reading of 0.0 meters per second, meaning nothing artificial helped either sprinter. Richardson crossed 1/100th of a second behind in 10.79. Jefferson-Wooden raised her arms the moment the result was confirmed, while Richardson turned to wave at the Hayward Field crowd still roaring from the finish. "It was a fight literally to the finish, but I wanted it more, so I got it," Jefferson-Wooden said afterward. She also spoke about the doubt that has followed her, even with a World Championship sweep already on her resume. "I'm always doubted," Jefferson-Wooden said. "It's never, Melissa worked this hard, so she gets to reap the benefits of her reward. It's because of something else. As much as people don't want to talk about it, there's an asterisk next to my name. The thing about it is, that doesn't matter because I know who I am." That comment lands differently once you look at what she has actually done on the track. 3 gold medals at a single World Championships. A sprint sweep only one other woman in history has ever completed. And now a win over her own training partner by 1/100th of a second on one of the most competitive stages the Diamond League calendar has to offer. This result does not settle anything between them. If anything, it adds fuel. Richardson still owns the fastest time by an American woman this year at 10.77 seconds, a mark she ran before this race even happened. Jefferson-Wooden now owns the head-to-head win in Eugene, plus the resume of a reigning world champion in the exact event they just raced. Training partners Melissa Jefferson-Wooden and Sha'Carri Richardson now turn their sights to the USATF Outdoor Championships in New York this July. With just 1/100th of a second separating them in their latest clash, 10.78 to 10.79, the national title remains a toss-up, especially with Adejah Hodge emerging as a genuine threat. This meet serves as the critical proving ground for qualification towards September's Diamond League final in Brussels. That stage offers the ultimate prize, a direct ticket to Budapest's inaugural World Athletics Ultimate Championship. As these sprinters sharpen their focus, every race acts as a definitive argument for national supremacy before the world's biggest stage.